Whoa. Crazy. You accidentally just affirmed the Trinity, per Greek philosophy, of which you reject.
Chapter 1, from verses 16 on, it says that Jesus, for by him were all things created in the heavens and on the earth, whether visible or invisible, whether it be thrones or dominions or rulers or authority, all things were created by Jesus. That includes Satan.
Okay, so what he's doing here is appealing to the idea that Jesus is the creator. And we actually agree that he, along with his Father, created the heavens and the earth. If creation only involved one God, then why are these verses clearly discussing a plural group talking to each other?
Then God said,
Ah, lovely. We can get into multiple different interpretations regarding Genesis 1:26. However, I would like to point out one quick thing. Let's go to Genesis 1, okay? Let's go all the way to Gen 1, and let's scroll all the way down, okay? So he's going to quote here, then God said, let us make mankind our image and our likeness, okay? We could get into different discussions regarding if that's Trinity, if that's talking to divine counsel. We could talk about all that. Here's the important thing. So God created, and the Hebrew is God created, and the created is done with the singular verb, meaning one act did this, one being did this. His own image. In the image of God, he created them. So by his own logic, if he's going to say the us there is the Trinity, he has to show, therefore, that either the Son was not involved in creating, or the Father was not involved in creating, or you have to say, what's what I'm looking for? Or you have to say that it is a inseparable operation. So either because you have the singular terminology here. God created mankind in his own image. In the image of God, he created them. Those aren't plural words there. Again, Elohim can be used plural, as naturally plural, but the context around it, points to how it is being used regarding the creative act being of the singular. So you have to either come down to inseparable operation or one of the persons was not actually involved. Because it says God created mankind in his image, not in their image. Okay. So if you're going to use this, referring to the Father speaking to the Son, you have to go with what Colossians talks about, which I'm okay with. I'm also okay with the divine counsel view. Neither of the views really offend me because it's has God being the one that does it here. And there's different ways to explain that. But either way, you have to go with, if you're going to say that this is let us, either that means the Son is speaking to a bunch of people, the Father speaking to a bunch of people, Father speaking to the Son, whatever, you still have a singular act. So if the Son is the one that is being created through, and the Father's the one who created, that's inseparable operations. Whoa. Crazy. You accidentally just affirmed the Trinity, per Greek philosophy, of which you reject.